What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the forest, and today I wanted to share with you a video on some of my tips and tricks on surviving and exploring the caves of the game. Hopefully this will help you survive in the caves and maybe reduce the scare factor just by a little bit. Now, before I get started, I do want to say that I do have a lot more forest content coming your way, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Tip number 1, color grading and view range. Now, the first time you're going to get into a cave, you're going to realize that it's very dark, it's very dim. As you can see, I can't really see that far into it, maybe just a couple of steps. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the options menu, and under graphics, you're going to change your color grading. I prefer it to Texas. As you can see right away, I can see that effigy before I wasn't able to. It really depends on your monitor and your monitor color settings, so play around with it. Some people have said super works for them better. I prefer Texas. I believe that it gives me a better view range and actually distinguishes the objects and cannibals a little better. Tip number 2, guys, we're going to talk about fighting inside caves. You have to realize one thing, that in a cave, it is a very linear map. You're either going forward or you're going backwards. So once you find a cannibal, it has no choice but to either attack at you or run away from you. It can't surround you or keep running circles around you like it does on the ground. So what you want to do is load yourself up with throwable objects like Molotovs or bombs, or shootable weaponry like range weaponry. So like a flare gun, a crafted bow, a modern bow. These things are absolutely perfect for fighting cannibals in caves. Tip number 3, guys, once you're done fighting inside a cave, all the cannibals that you've just killed never respawn. That section of the cave or room is permanently free of cannibals. You don't have to worry about them anymore. That being said, in order to light the way a little bit better, what I do suggest is you build these little skull lamps. These guys over here cost you almost nothing to build, just a couple of sticks and a skull and a little bit of tree sap, but they are permanent fire. They do not ever get extinguished. You don't need to continue relighting them or anything like that. So they are a perfect way to indicate that you've been in this room and that it is perfectly safe, especially with your first tip of color grading. The only drawback of these skull lamps is that they do not give off that much light. But if you change your color grading to Texas or to Super, which amplifies the light that you get in the game, it makes it so much easier for you to see and actually know that you are safe in this section and that you've cleared it. Don't use the map, because the map, you could be running around a cave or just walked into a cave and be like, oh, you know what, I don't want to be here anymore, thinking that it's safe, but you've never actually explored it or you've never actually cleared it out. Tip number 4, guys, let's talk items and gear. Before you walk into any single cave, make sure that you're loaded up with sticks, a stick bag, get yourself some berries, some dried meat, whatever have you. Because the most annoying thing that you can possibly do is get inside a cave, get halfway through what you wanted to do, and then realize that you're about to die of hunger or thirst just because you don't have enough loot. As well as get yourself sticks. Sticks will allow you to build these lamps like I've said previously, and as well as build yourself fires if you need to cook food or anything like that. I prefer and suggest that you do get yourself a drying rack and just dry the meat before you walk into the cave. That will eliminate the need for you to build any kind of fires. Tip number 5, guys, last but not least, if all else fails, go get yourself some red paint. This thing will absolutely save you in every single occasion except for maybe a mutant. But with the red paint, you'll be able to run around caves freely, not having to worry about fighting any single cannibal or getting ambushed by any cannibals. If this is actually a perfect thing for you, if you're just looking to get inside a cave, get a rebreather or real quick and just run away. If you're just looking for one single item, this will help you absolutely. It's not as effective if you're trying to cave explore and actually like go to the depths and bottom of the last cave possible. But if you're just trying to get a rebreather or a modern axe or a modern bow or what have you, this is absolutely the best thing that you can possibly do. And there you have it, folks, my top 5 cave exploring tips in the forest. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, then let me know by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I do have a lot more forest content on the way. And if you have any requests or any comments, anything you'd like me to do in the game, just leave a comment in the section below. I do get to every single one of them. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.